Stop! Hold it. You've had enough today. Enough time. Come on. Zip it. All right, Shannon? It's enough. Come on. It's enough. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Now that I have your attention.
By all means.
The heat, the never-ending heat, gripped Denver with a vengeance. I could taste it. It was as dry as my ex-wife's meatloaf. The longer you waited for it to improve, the worse it got. Of course, she used that same line on me when she packed her bags. I got the message. It was just one of those days. I was shuffling papers on my desk and throwing the late bills into my circular file when this fast-talking exec pushed through my door like she owned the place. Expensive hair, designer suit, and those glossy Italian stiletto pumps that reflected my gaze. I lingered on her eyes that seemed to pin me in the back of my vinyl roller chair. That doll was to bad news as apple pies to America.
You just called me doll.
Now, before we could make with introductions, she let it slip that someone was about to get whacked. Future tense, no name, no description, no further explaining. A mystery, she said, that was right up my alley. She dropped an envelope and 2G on my desk. I vowed to make good with that money, like put $5 in Michelle's fun fund. And the rest as a down payment to my bookie next door. Then she whispered her name, Sheila or something like that. I was always better at faces, especially at their funerals. When she split and left the stage, all that remained was the scent of her exotic perfume. A welcome addition to the carefully curated office odor of stale smoke, deceit, and grease from yesterday's lunch. Hey, pal, I need you to get up. I need that chair. Go back to the second tier where you belong. Come on.
Don't take that.
So I investigated this, I examined this envelope, and it contained an invitation to the annual Billionaires Masquerade Ball. I might have to find myself a semi-clean shirt in the back of my filing cabinet. Now that ball, the club of that ball, was in a nice neighborhood to have bad habits in. I had a habit of getting myself in trouble, and that presented a dilemma. You see, El Brando was back in town, and he liked to let loose at that particular club. And he seemed to think he still had an open score to settle with me. Something about putting his daughter in jail and crashing into his favorite Ferrari and running over his cat, like he ever cared about that cat. Now, Brando carries a classic piece. The muzzle of that Luger looks as wide as the mouth of the Eisenhower Tunnel. And let me tell you, not being bulletproof was an idea I was still trying to get used to. Well, I made an executive decision. I decided to sneak into the club in disguise and enlist my partners to solve the case. A room full of problem solvers, blissfully unaware of the dangers they're about to encounter. They think they're going to a casual dinner, but future is slipping into the present. Someone is about to get themselves sent home in a takeout container. Now, my partners will encounter a cast of colorful characters like a box of crayons. They're going to find themselves entangled in clues and misdirection, but I have full trust that they will sharpen their wit and solve the crime and bring the perp to justice. Oh, one more thing. You may choose to accept this mission, or you and I, we're going to have ourselves a little chat, and we'll see what breaks first, you or your pretty little face.